Hello everyone, it's Ben for the Cheer to give you a review today, and it is of the new Grand Tour episode, Sand Job, the penultimate episode. And I am wearing my Grand Tour original Conversation Street original Grand Tour t-shirt. Isn't it going a bit faded now, but you know, I've still got the original. So this episode is where Jeremy, James and Richard go to Mauritania, I think I pronounced that right, where they are doing the race from Paris to Dakar. But obviously they're not starting from Paris. They're going from doing the Sahara Desert bit through to Dakar, which is in Senegal. And they do it in an F-Type Jag, that's Jeremy's car, a DB9 Volante, which is Richard's car, and some sort of Maserati that I cannot pronounce that James was driving. It is a very there's not many hijinks in this episode, but what there are is funny. Um, they are driving through a big tunnel, and they are driving past a lot of sand. It's weird because when they did it, when they did something similar in the beach buggies, and it was mostly sand, it was really, really boring when they did that sand dune one in, I think it was Namibia, was it? South Africa as well, isn't it? So I thought this one would be boring with them just sort of kind of driving in the desert again, but no. For some reason that sand dune, that buggy one was boring, but this wasn't. It felt like the whole crew knew this was nearly the end and they were just enjoying themselves. Whereas the buggy Namibia episode, it felt like they were kind of trying too hard, whereas they were actually just enjoying each other's company, and it wasn't too much scripting of like, here's a something they've set up, and this is where it's going to go. There was a couple of times of things like that when they had to go down this kind of sand dune cliff face. I'm not going to say how they did it, but that was obviously a setup. But it didn't feel. The rest, 90% of it felt like it was spontaneous with the chatter and just enjoying the cars they brought along. Um, and I quite like that. And I don't. It did. Like I said, it felt like the whole crew felt like this was coming to an end, and they were just enjoying themselves. It is funny in parts, um, mostly because of Richard, but yeah, I really enjoyed it. Richard's car is the standout of the show in this special. It you know it's the one with the most comical effects. Let's put it that way. Breakdowns to you and me. So yeah, I really enjoyed this show. That there are a couple of set pieces done really well. One obvious setup, very obvious. But it wasn't. It came out of nowhere. Like, oh god! But it came out of nowhere. This setup, but it was a very good episode. It felt light-hearted. It felt spontaneous, but probably scripted. But I really enjoyed it. The humour was didn't feel forced. It felt like three old mates going on a second to last joint before they hung it up for good. And I really enjoyed it. It was 2 hours and 16 minutes, the longest special they'd ever done, but it didn't drag at all. I really enjoyed it. I cannot wait for the end of the year or close to the end of the year for the final special. And it's given me a chance to maybe go back and rank the specials. But obviously, I'll do that closer to the end of the year. But I really enjoyed it. I think Jeremy's Jag is F-Type is a nice car, and the Maserati is it was it's a very nice car, but I can't pronounce it. Gio Bravo or something it's called, and it was really all three cars are really good. They had to have thicker tires for the sand, but that was about it. I don't know how they managed to get these sports cars across sand, but they did. Um, there was a backup vehicle as ever of sorts, and yeah, it was funny, light-hearted, and felt like they just wanted to have fun, like in the old Top Gear days, where they just went on this long road trip and it was just three blokes driving in. It reminded me of that Top Gear episode where they just tried to find the best driving road, because that's what it felt like. It felt like that you were watching three people that knew each other very well, having a laugh, enjoying driving cars, and it come across on screen that, and I really enjoyed it. So if you like this review of the Grand Tour penultimate episode, Sand Job, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.